From Neural Newscast, this is Deep Dive, exploring the moments that shape today.
I'm Thatcher Collins.
And I'm Peter Rowan. Welcome to Deep Dive, where we explore the historical threads that weave into our modern world. It is March 25th, 2026, and today we begin with a tragedy that fundamentally reshaped how we protect people in the workplace.
That's right, the date was March 25th, 1911. In the heart of New York City's Greenwich Village, the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory became the site of one of the deadliest industrial disasters in American history. It was a typical Saturday afternoon until a fire broke out on the 8th floor of the Ash Building.
It was a nightmare scenario, Peter. As the fire spread to the top 3 floors, workers discovered that the exit doors were locked. The owners had bolted them shut to prevent unauthorized breaks and theft. 146 people died that day. Most were young immigrant women, some as young as 14, who had come to this country seeking a better life.
Right, Peter. The public outcry was immediate. Thousands of people marched in the streets not just to mourn, but to demand accountability. Those locked doors became a visceral symbol of corporate negligence and the systemic neglect of the working class.
Exactly, Thatcher. From a policy standpoint, this was the catalyst for real change. It led to the creation of the Sullivan-Hoey Fire Prevention Law and a massive wave of factory inspection requirements. Today, every time we see an emergency exit that is legally required to remain unlocked, we're seeing the hard-won legacy of those lost in 1911.
It fundamentally altered the relationship between the government and the workplace, setting the stage for modern workers' compensation and safety codes. It's a somber start to our day, but it serves as a powerful reminder that many of our basic rights were forged in the wake of such tragedies.
While we look back at those hard-won rights, we also recognize 3 incredible individuals born on this day who used their voices to challenge the status quo and reshape our global culture.
First, we look at Gloria Steinem, born in 1934. She became the face of second-wave feminism. As a journalist, she realized that to truly tell the stories of women, she had to build her own platform. That drive led to the founding of MS Magazine in 1972, which provided a revolutionary space for feminist discourse.
Yeah, and her work went far beyond the page. Steinem spent decades advocating for reproductive freedom and gender parity. Interestingly, her rise coincided with another powerhouse born on this very day, the one and only Aretha Franklin.
Born in 1942, the Queen of Soul didn't just dominate the charts with hits like Chain of Fools. She was a pillar of the civil rights movement. Her music wasn't just entertainment, it was a soundtrack for social change. By the end of her career, she had 18 Grammys and a legacy that redefined American music.
That's remarkable, Thatcher. When you hear her sing Respect, it's a demand for dignity that resonated across both the feminist and civil rights movements. It's a perfect example of how art can become a vehicle for policy and social progress.
And speaking of global impact, we also celebrate the birthday of Elton John, born in 1947. With over 300 million records sold, from Rocket Man to Tiny Dancer, his influence is staggering. But his advocacy, particularly through the Elton John AIDS Foundation, shows that same commitment to using a massive platform for the common good.
Indeed, he was even knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for his services to music and charity.
It is truly incredible to see how Steinem, Franklin, and John all used their specific talents to push the world forward.
While those cultural icons were beginning their journeys, the way the world viewed them was about to change forever. On March 25, 1954, technology in the American living room took a massive leap forward.
That was the day RCA unveiled the CT-100. It was the first commercially successful color television set. Before that, the world was strictly black and white for viewers. The CT-100 sold for about $1,000, which is roughly $11,000 in today's money.
It's wild to imagine paying the price of a small car for a television, but it was the absolute cutting edge. Even then, the revolution was slow. It took years for networks to fully transition their programming from black and white to color.
Exactly, Thatcher. It was the classic chicken and egg problem. Consumers didn't want to buy expensive sets without color shows, and networks didn't want to invest in color production without an audience. But the CT-100 was the proof of concept that eventually changed how we see the world.
From the hard lessons of 1911 to the vibrant screens of 1954 and the voices that defined a century, March 25th shows us how much the world can evolve when people demand progress.
It's a reminder that progress is often born from a mix of tragedy, creativity, and technical ambition. I'm Thatcher Collins.
And I'm Thatcher Collins. To find more stories like these, visit deepdive.neuralnewscast.com. Deep Dive is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. Explore history every day on Neural Newscast.
This has been Deep Dive on Neural Newscast, exploring the moments that shape today.